Okay, I will start. Good day, everyone. We are delighted to have this opportunity to share our experience with the Art Law Clinic with you. I'm Li Shuyu, a graduate student pursuing a master's degree in art law at Central Academy of Fine Arts, and also a member of the CAFA Art Law Clinic. Today, my two classmates and I will share and exchange our clinic work experience with you all. As previously agreed, today's presentation will be divided into 4 parts. The first part is the establishment and development history of Art Law Clinic of CAFA. The Central Academy of Fine Arts, abbreviated as CAFA, was founded in 1918. In 2015, CAFA established the School of Art Administration and Education, abbreviated as SAAE, the Center of Art Law Studies of CAFA, abbreviated as CALS, was jointly established by CAFA and SAAE in November 2019. Concurrently, our Art Law Clinic was also founded. The Art Law Clinic is a non-profit organization serving enrolled students and serves as a base for their participations in legal practice activities. Its mission is to strengthen the academic and social practice of master's students specializing in art law, while also helping enroll art students understand art law, assisting art department students in resolving legal issues encountered on their career paths, and increasing cross-disciplinary mutual understanding between master students specializing in art law and other art department students. The clinic staff comprises master students specializing in art law from SAAE, along with faculty advisor, instructor, and relevant expert in this field. The clinic may accept art-related legal assistance from law firm familiar with art law matters as needed, and welcome social donations to support the missions that we mentioned before. More detailed information will be shared later. In November 2021, the clinic launched an official account on the social media platform called WeChat in China, and to post updates on art law developments and clinic activities, while also enabling students seeking consultation to locate us more conveniently. However, CAFA's practice in China regarding art law did not begin only in recent years with the establishment of the clinic. Since 1994, Professor Zhou Lin has taught art law courses at CAFA, making it China's first institution to offer such instructions. To today, our clinic work remains closely combined with the art law curriculum. And this is Professor Zhou Lin, whom you already met, served as the director and supervisor of the clinic, acting as its academy advisor while being responsible for art law instruction at CAFA. Currently, 4 graduate students are enrolled in CAFA's art law program, and 17 master's graduates have entered careers in art law-related fields, including courts, law firms, museums, art galleries, auction houses, cultural and creative industrial, and publishing house, etc. The second part is an introduction to our primary work activities. And there are 6 main activities. First is a public interest consulting project. The clinic collaborates with Tahota Law Firm to offer 100 hours of free legal consultation for the CAFA faculty and students. Detailed work method will be introduced later. And the second, during the graduation season, we will hold a legal awareness promotion salon. We invite judges from the Intellectual Property Court in Beijing to give lectures on popularizing legal knowledge and answer students' questions. share some photos from the events, as you can see. And the third, we post updates on art law via our official account, primarily commenting on the latest global art law cases, summarizing the latest art law policies and regulations. To date, we have released 13 issues. All content is available online for our followers to access conveniently. And fourth, we will assist CAFA and the Center of Art Law Studies in organizing the annual International Symposium on Art Law. Since 2019, 5 sessions have been held, with the 6th scheduled for November this year in Beijing and will be held by Renmin University of China. CAFA have hosted 2 symposia in 2019 and 2024. In 2019, the theme of the symposium was Art Law and Cultural Governance. We invited Professor Guo Yujun from Wuhan University in China. She was one of the leader experts in art law in China. Among the international art law experts, we invited Mr. Leonard D. Dubois from America, Mr. Peter Michael Linen from Germany, Ms. Julia Werner from the Art Law Clinic at the University of Minster, who spoke at the symposium as a representative of Professor Thomas Horan, and introduced the Art Law Clinic at the University of Minster to the attendees. And in 2024, the theme of the symposium is Changes and Opportunities, Art and Law in the Context of Widespread Applications of AI Technology. Our invited international art law experts include a lawyer, Karen Sanik and Mona Ipova from Mishcon de Real Law Firm in the UK, and also some experts give us an online presentation like Mr. Dubois, we mentioned before, Mr. Nikolai Kelm, Mr. Bert Demarsin, and Mr. Matthias Wheeler. Numerous Chinese scholars, professors, and lawyers also delivered keynote speeches. And fifth, we will invite scholars and practitioners in the field of art and law, deliver lectures on special topics, and engage in discussions. Participants can join either online or offline, which means not only students from CAFA can participate, but also anyone who interested in art law can participate in. It breaks down the knowledge barriers. To date, we have held 9 such events. These are the promotional posters for our lectures. And 6, under the guidance of Professor Zhou Lin, the clinic also conducts art law field research, having carried out 4 such studies to date. This primarily involved investigation into art galleries, museums, and the inheritors of folklore and art. And the examples include Amwood's Museum, Sunshine International Museum, and the inheritors of the folklore of Hezhe ethnic group, and also the China Insurance Museum. And next, please welcome our classmate Liu Jiayun to present the overview of our primary work methods.
Hello, I'm Liu Jiayun, and based on Shuyu's introduction, I will briefly introduce our working methods. And firstly, we want to build our visibility, especially in CAFA campus. Our master's students in art law, together with Professor Zhou Lin, have established a WeChat official account named Art Law Clinic. If you have a WeChat account, maybe you can search our our account. And through this account, we publish relevant articles, such as updates on the latest domestic and international art law information. Meanwhile, we also post some posters and as a PowerPoint shoot the announcements about the art law clinic and information on art law lectures, forums, on campus bulletin boards. And this ensures the students in CAFA are aware that we provide free legal popularization activities and legal dispute consultation services. And second is the activation mode for all of the clinic's legal consultation. We have two methods actually, and the first is by this WeChat QR code. We show this QR code in our WeChat official account. The articles will show this QR code, and the students who want help, they can fill out they can firstly scan the WeChat QR code, and then they can fill out the consultation form. There are some information we need them to provide for us. And the second method is to send an email to the following address. Alternatively, students in need of assistance may also send us a WeChat message directly. It's very it's very direct. And our art law master students have a WeChat group chat for addressing issues related to the art law clinic, where we collaboratively discuss and explore solutions together. And thirdly, we also provide a way for CAFA students to better resolve legal issues and acquire legal knowledge. And our professor Zhou Ling provides art law course in our school. And last semester, we all take this course. And in our course, there are not only our art law masters, but also some students from other majors. And law major students and art major students can engage in better communication with each other. That's all. Next one is Yiran.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Li Yiran, and now I will introduce the first part, impact on the school and the society. Since its founding, the Art Law Clinic and the Central Academy of Fine Arts has got a bunch of impressive achievements. It has a wide and positive impact on both the school and the society. First, let's talk about its impact on the school. The first aspect is innovative teaching model. The Art Law Clinic came up with a theory plus practice two-track teaching method. This breaks the limits of traditional classrooms. Students get to learn in real-life legal situations. So after graduating, they can fit into art law-related jobs much faster. Right now, more than 18% of the graduates in the art law area are working in key positions in place, like law firms, courts, auction houses, and galleries. Second, it plays a role in promoting interdisciplinary integration. Relying on the Central Academy of Fine Arts' many different disciplines, besides those in the art law area, teachers and students from different majors like art design, art history research, art education, and art management are drawn in art law projects. They locate and solve problems from their own professional views. This helps bring together art, law, education, management, and other subjects. Finally, it contributes to strengthening campus legal culture. The clinic regularly hosts public legal consultation services, legal knowledge talks, and other events. So far, it has dealt with nearly 15 consultation cases for teachers and students, reaching almost 1,000 people. While it raises the legal awareness of everyone in the school, it also creates a great atmosphere on campus where people respect the law, creates works according to the law, and protects their rights legally. When it comes to its impact on society, the Art Law Clinic also has three key contributions. First, it focuses on popularizing knowledge of art law. The official WeChat account of the Art Law Clinic has posted 86 articles. The total number of reads has exceeded 15,000 times. It explains art law knowledge is in plain language and has become an important way for the public to learn art law in their daily lives. Second, it works on filling the gap of legal services in the art field. The clinic has now partnered with thousands of law firms and art institutions. It has provided professional, convenient, and free legal services to over 100 artists. The University Law Firm cooperation model studied by the Central Academy of Fine Arts has set an example for other Chinese universities. It fills the long-standing gap in art-related legal services and helps make the art creation environment fairer and healthier. Third, it aims at promoting the standardization of the art industry. During our work, the CLEAN team sought out over 20 modern art contract documents based on problems in some area of current art law. Modern contracts have not only been adopted by the China Artists Association as recommended industry text, but also served as references for the National Copyright Administration and the China Copyright Protection Center when making relevant policies. This doesn't just offer academic support for China's art law practice, but also helps make China's art legal system better and more complete. Here is our conclusion. The Art Law Clinic as a Central Academy of Fine Arts runs in a circle of education, practice, and service. It has not only become a model for art law education in China, but also advanced the legalization process in the art field with an innovative approach. Its value isn't just about serving specific legal issue, it's also about building a cultural understanding that values both art creation and legal protection. In the future, we will keep spreading the idea of art law and help more art creators achieve their dreams. That's all for our presentation. We are looking forward to your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this very detailed presentation. Thank you to all of you. Very nice. So, what kind of questions do the art students raise when they come to you? Is it more in the copyright area, or is it more regarding contract law, regarding their first sale? What is interesting to art law students in China?
Actually, the most question we met is they're like not to the contract part, but before the contract, when they like a student, when they come for a job with a gallery or to find a collaboration with a gallery, and they have like they don't know what to do, what to start first, and they want to know everything from us. So we mostly tell them what should you do first and next, and when they go to the contract part, we will help them to detail with the contract. But most of them are like they like didn't know anything about legal about law, so we have to start at the very first.
That's actually the same for us. We will cover that.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Because that's also my question for you. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I want to ask after your presentation.
Okay.
Yeah, but my first question is, when assisting art students with legal issues, what types of problems do you find they most frequently ask?
I will cover that partly. So maybe
Yeah,
we can I can do my presentation and then we discuss our pressing issues and maybe we see some similarities and maybe we can see
yeah,
that some things might be different, which would be interesting, of course, as well.
yeah.
So, I may start my presentation. This is my screen and this is my presentation and we may start in the beginning. Okay, you can all see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. First, to me as a person, my name is Nora Fuchs. I'm the Art Law Clinic Münster project coordinator, and I'm a PhD student at the University of Münster. And I just started in March, so I'm quite new to the project, but I'm very excited. And I really fell in love with the whole project in the last half of the year. Um, the Excuse me, can you hear the traffic or is it okay for you? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Then I may continue. The whole uh, project is a cooperation between the ITM, which you can see here, and the Academy of Fine Arts in Münster. And it's unique in that part in Germany because it's very unusual for a law university or a law part of a university to cooperate with the Academy of Fine Arts. And I will come to that later. And as your presentation focused on, I will also focus on the establishment and history of our Art Law Clinic, then our primary work activities, and it will be followed by the working methods and our believed impact and outreach. Yes. First of all, the idea and the concept of the Art Law Clinic was sparked by a trademark dispute at the Academy of Fine Arts, which is the Kunstakademie Münster, because they decided to do a memory game. I bet you all know this game. In English, it's mostly called Pairs, but in Germany, this game is under a trademark by a brand called Ravensburger. And the Art Law Academy did not know that this was a pressing issue, and Professor Huron made them aware. And this was the case where the art law spark was made, let's say so. And the Kunstakademie Münster realized that also artists need at least some legal advice. And so it was that in 2018, in February, the Art Law Clinic Münster was launched as a cooperation between the Academy of Fine Arts and the ITM Münster. And since then, we have broadened our offer. We published an art law guide. We have a bunch of lectures and also expert talks. I will focus on that later. And also the idea of art law clinics spread from Münster. We have now art law clinics in Georgia. We have art law clinics in Vienna. And we also have art law clinics in Stellenbosch, which is South Africa. And we are very proud of that, especially that cooperation with Stellenbosch, because they have created a wonderful project. We have cooperated on a little booklet on South African copyright law, and this booklet will have a second edition this year probably. And it's so nice to have this international perspectives and international relations. And also, new challenges arrived in the area of 2021 and 2025 because digital challenges arose. We have the problem of AI and art. We have the whole NFT hype, which we also covered as an art law clinic, and we also covered in our booklet, but also in our legal advice. And starting this year, 2025 and 2026, we are redoing our art law guide, and we especially want to focus on the new students who want to set up a business. So it's kind of in the area we just talked about. Art students who just finished college, who finished their education, and they are so eager to start their own business, to be self-employed artists, but the legal questions hinder them. So they have a lot of, they're kind of anxious to make mistakes, and we really want to help with that. And this is the reason why we are editing some chapters in the art law guide to really focus on this specific problem. And in the future, we of course want to keep up the good work. We want to make even more international connections. And this is why we are so glad we had this conversation with you. Yes. So now we come to our primary work activities. We offer legal guidance, of course. We have some open hours, 4 hours a week, where students can just come. And it's my office, my door is open. They can come to me in person, they can call me, they can send messages, normally emails. And it's just it should not be hindered, but they just should feel free to come to us if they have any questions. Sometimes they just come to me, sit on my couch and say, oh, I just came on a spark, on an instance, and I just want to ask that question. And it's really great to have this exchange with students. Yeah. And normally we offer non-binding advice for sure, because we are not advocates, we are students. And mostly we advise on copyright, on contracts, but also on personality law, which is a kind of a big problem, because when you have created art which might infringe personality rights, there could be a sort of a conflict. And this does happen actually more often than one might think. And data protection issues are always arising here. Yes. And then a second main exercise is our art law guide, which is very comprehensive, and we try to write it in a plain language. Our audience is not lawyers or law students, our audience are art students. So we are really focusing on plain language, to be concise, not to overwhelm art students. Yes. And the next is our events and lectures. We have every year, every semester, we have a lecture called Know Your Rights as an Artist, where we educate art law students on their rights, but also on things they really must oblige to. So especially copyright law, in contract law, things they must be aware of. And we had also some very interesting events on the fair exhibition, on art theft, especially during the Nazi time in Germany. And we have some very interesting persons also giving these presentations, and it's really been a blast to have that. And I think I can show you. Wait. Yeah, first of all, our area of expertise. We do copyright law, which is our main focus, but also contracts with galleries, because it's the first thing art students normally do when they want to make a living. They have to sell their products, and they normally do it in contract with galleries. Then a new problem arises. It's digital art and art with AI, how it can be protected under copyright law, because we are walking on an edge on that point, but also personal rights that might be infringed, and many, many more. So it's every problem is unique. I could list thousands of pressing issues. Sometimes we have tort questions also. Yes. And this is some pictures of our talks and events, which this is in the building of the Art Academy, as you can see from the paint at the chairs. Yeah, and these are lovely events, and the art students really enjoy it, because it's not on a high legal quality course, it has quality, but it's not too hard to understand, but it's on the level for art students to understand the law. Yes. Then our working methods. Our approach is from students to students. So I'm a PhD student and we have a team. I have 2 other students who work with me and we have some other students volunteering. And we want to make advice from law students to art students. And we, so that they do not have to spend money on an expensive advocate and something like that, but it's just from students for students. And our modus of operation is that we have a request, which we, of course, take in, and they contact us via mail or phone or website and present their legal questions. And we, as law students, we research the case and evaluate and have a second talk and give out the legal advice. And we have a wonderful team of legal advisors, advocates, among Professor Hearn, of course, but we also have, for example, the chair of the Art Academy of Fine Arts. We have the chair of a big museum in Münster. We have a wonderful lawyer who's also joining us, who works at a big law firm. We have wonderful legal advisors who ensure the quality of our non-binding advice. Yes. And also the results, of course, are returned to the art students after that. And we also want to learn from these cases. So every time a question of an art student comes to us and the question is raised, we want to use this question to better our approach, our guide. And we want to really foster broader learning, not just for the art students, but also for us, of course, because we are eager to learn more about art law. Yes. And fourth is our impact and outreach. The law clinic in Münster was a pioneering model and it sparked and inspired similar initiatives globally. We just talked about Vienna, Georgia, Stellenbosch, and we are very proud of that. It also brings the interdisciplinary hub into it, which you already just mentioned. It's just as a law student, it's such an interesting perspective to have contact with art students because they bring in a very different angle to view problems, and understanding this cooperation is just it's just very interesting to me. So, and the third point is digital leadership, because nowadays we have problems of the modern digital age. We have AI, we have NFTs, we have the pressing issue of data protection, and law students are often overwhelmed with bad questions, and we are very happy to help. And second, I'm confusing numbers right now, for the community impact. We want to enhance legal literacy because legal advice should not just be available to law students, but also to art students. We want to help them understand the law. And we also want to encourage ethnical practices and enrichen the culture scene so that art students are aware of the law and must not be afraid of it, but can use it and profit from the law. So conclusion and outlook. The Art Law Clinic, just as yours, is a partnership between art and law, which is kind of unique, especially, or at least in Germany. It is practical and empowering because we are working on real cases, which is, as a student, not normally the case. We offer free guidance and an accessible legal guide with vibrant events for artists who face new media and new challenges. And also, we want to focus on the global part of art law clinics. We want to extend the model worldwide and embrace emerging issues. So this was my presentation. And if you want to, you can follow us on our website. And thank you so much.
Thank you for your sharing.